Christian Tonatiuh González is a person who was born in Mexico City, only child.
Christian Tonatiuh González Jiménez is the Consul General of Mexico here in Sacramento, California.
¿Cómo está? Hola, hola.
Consul González Jiménez is in charge of making sure the rights and interests of Mexican nationals living in this country are protected while promoting ties between Mexico and California.
¿Cómo está? El gusto es mío. Vengo aquí a saludarles en lo que están esperando sus documentos.
A role he dreamed of having his entire life.
My parents, since I was a child, they always educate me in this way in terms of working hard. If you want something, work hard and do whatever is necessary to achieve that goal.
González holds a law degree, and at the age of 21, he landed his first official job representing Mexico internationally at the United Nations in New York.
I was 9 years old the first time that I had the opportunity to visit New York City. And during that trip, we had a tour in United Nations.
This trip sparked his dream of once working at the United Nations, something he thought he could accomplish in his late 30s or 40s, but never did he think he could achieve it in his 20s.
When you're in the United Nations, you have to visualize that you are not working only for your nationals. You are working for common interests around the world.
He spent 16 years at the UN, and that role paved the way for him to become Consul General of Mexico. In November of 2023, he officially took office after being appointed by then President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Here, migrants receive help with anything from documents to passports to DACA renewals.
I believe that this role is very important because of the location. As you know, being here in the capital, that takes another level of responsibility. There's 12 million of Mexicans living in this state.
He says it's a big role. Aside from representing Mexico's government, he works closely with Governor Newsom and says Mexico and California have strong ties.
Something that we are working really hard in terms of now this Hispanic Heritage Month is like the relevance to give visibility to our migrants here and their contributions, you know. So we really believe that the importance to bring this narrative that migrants here are relevant, they're important, they matter.
González says his work is focused on 3 M's: minorities, migrants, and Mexico.
Here in the consulate, it's Zona Segura, which is a safe zone for everyone, inclusion and respect and dignity. Personally, it's something that it's in my flag of work just because, yes, I'm Mexican, I'm migrant, I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community as a non-binary person. We need to show the visibility of our work with representation.
He says he's the only and first open non-binary consul general. And he still remembers how in the past, if you wanted to be a politician or public figure, you could not speak about your sexual orientation, or the idea of seeing a woman become president would be almost surreal.
For example, in Mexico, we're having the first female president of Mexico. And not just that, she is becoming the first female president of Mexico, United States, and Canada, meaning that she will be the first female leader in the North American region.
He says his mother had a huge influence on shaping who he is and what he believes.
I have considered myself a feminist person since I was a child, and I think that's thanks to my mom. My mom is a strong woman leader. She's a psychologist. And she raised me in this way that women could do whatever they want and could say whatever they wish.
Despite all his work, he says there's always more to accomplish.
I really believe that right now we're living in a moment that there's still hate speech. There's a lot of narratives anti-migrant. There's a lot of narratives anti-LGBTQ plus community. There's a lot of misogynist narratives as well. And we need to fight against those.
On September 15th, he reached a new milestone celebrating Mexico's independence at the state capitol for the first time as Consul General in front of over 8,000 people.
Celebrating our nation, celebrating the pride of the Mexican was so powerful, you know, and being there screaming Viva Mexico and feeling that pride and sharing that pride with all these people was a very important and symbolic moment in my life.
The moment took him back to being an 8-year-old dreaming of proudly representing Mexico. This Hispanic Heritage Month, he's focused on highlighting his culture's importance.
This month has a lot of an importance. It's an opportunity again to demand and preserve and show the necessities to give visibility and representation to our Latin, Chicano, Hispanic community.
He emphasizes the importance of preserving and sharing the powerful stories of figures like Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, and his idol Frida Kahlo to ensure they're not forgotten and to teach new generations.
We need to inspire children, boys, girls. We need to inspire them that they can continue this leadership and continue these contributions in favor of this country from the Latin and Hispanic perspective.
With around 18 years in diplomacy, he's dedicated to his work. This November marks the year since he made Sacramento his home, and he's confident that great things are coming for the city. He believes his efforts will help serve his community.
We really believe that the best way to show the beauty and the contributions that we do as a country is through our culture.
He's one of the youngest members of the ambassador and consul group in Mexico, and he says it's really helped him connect with people, especially through social media in this new era. And his message to everyone, especially the new generations, is:
if you are target of criticism, if you feel that you cannot make it or you are not enough to do it, just cut those narratives, because anyone can do whatever they want and they can be whoever they wish. And as Frida said, pies para que los quiero, si tengo alas para volar. So don't let anyone to clip those wings and just fly.